Oh my goodness. I hope you didn't hear that burp. But I'm streaming now. Hello, hello. Streaming, streaming. Tweeting, tweeting. Linking, linking. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. That's my phone letting me know that I'm streaming. Guess what? I know I'm the one that started the stream after all. Alright. Got our rockin' event music in the background. How's everybody's Monday doing? Let me get this. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, hang on a moment. Phone making noises. Apologies. That's me, not you. Okay. Tails, welcome! Is it alright if I call you Tails? Let's see. Send your healing thoughts to Grandpa Bot. And healing thoughts to anyone in your life you are thinking about right now. Medical stuff can be rough. But I know from experience that worrying is pointless. It's best to just make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you do that self-care. Make sure, like, oh, did I eat a food? Did I drink some water? Did I get enough sleep last night? Am I sitting down? Aw, Tails. Get well soon, Grandpa Bot. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Let me see here. I think everything is ready for the stream to happen. And we're already like almost 3.5 minutes in, so yeah. I, as you can see, have already done a few more chapters since the last time. I think I did, yeah, Rug 11. I'm pretty sure RUG is not Rug, but instead Revival Uluru Games. So I did that, I did this, I did this, which was harder than I was expecting, but I did manage to beat it in the story. Like, the story level was harder than I was expecting. Usually the story levels are pretty easy cakewalk, but it kind of took a while. And then I figured out what the gimmick was, and then I beat it on Surprise and Arduous. And now we are almost ready to start Chapter 14, but I figure before I jump on that, same honestly, okay, I wasn't the only one. Figure I might as well get these started, at least for plant afflatus characters, so that's going to be easy to figure out. Now before I get the plant characters started, let's see what this one requires, and wait, what? Did I accidentally start the chapter? Ha! Well, that's fine then. That's what I was gonna do. So that's what we're gonna do right now.
The audience are all seated. No stampede or jostle, not to mention injury.
I thought I was clicking on the other, you know, expedition style thing, but I guess not. That's fine.
All the human athletes have registered, and their mixed sporting events with the Arcanist athletes have been properly planned and are ready to start in 3 days.
So, we're having human athletes too. This was not something I was expecting. Okay. I guess that'll be fun. Huh. Okay, so there's some mixed sporting events that will start in 3 days.
I'm done. I can't even move a finger right now.
Shout out. Can we just shout out all the event organizers in the world? Everyone who's responsible for organizing an event. And especially organizing an event when there's a last minute change that's a really huge change. Shout out to you people. I just can't even imagine the craziness involved. The stress involved, the work involved. This is almost a miracle. True! Everyone is running for the tremendous workload, like a python trying to digest an elephant. I need a little counter for reverse 1999 metaphors, and we could count how many metaphors there are. But that's a pretty good metaphor, yeah. Fortunately, they managed to complete all the work just on time, and now you have a really fat python.
Come on, Flammy. It's our turn.
Ah, here it is. And you can see Ulu right there. Aww. Look at that. He's so nice. I love the flowers. The flower in her hair and the flower-like shape I'm seeing on her shoulder there. That's nice.
Again, we walk on this glorious path together, Ulu. Run. Get yourself running, child. Light up the Uluru torch, as you have promised.
Ooh, got some music coming in.
As I have promised.
Tired as her body is, the way Spathodea runs is as lively as her heart.
I am running, even though the day I last ran here was 1,000 years ago. It feels just like yesterday to me. I ran across the long track, stepping on the burning red soil. I am sweating, like a sparkling star. I am going to the top of the stadium to light up the torch. Have I grown up as you wish? Am I new and different now?
Cheers, songs, whistles, and clicks encourage the girl forward.
This is just a moment of my life, but I know you've waited 1,000,000 days and nights for it. I want you to be proud. I want you to be happy. My friend, my dear friend. You are already my Flammy, but you are actually more than that. You are also my Spathodea, my little girl. You have grown up as I have dreamt of countless times. The snake's here didn't lay a single tooth on you. Both your body and mind are intact. Hey, what's that? The Uluru flame is dropping water.
The flame is put out by her tears. The little priestess stops running subconsciously, which makes her lose her balance. Oh my goodness gracious. What on earth?
Flame! The Uluru flame! It's the kid of Laplace!
Aww. A human ends up helping out with the flame procession. The flame that revives is burning in their joined hands, feeling warm and comfortable. Ezra finally hears the people's cheers as he looks around at a loss.
We did it! The opening ceremony took place just as we planned. Yes! We made it! Thank you, Ezra!
Spathodea holds the weak Ulu gently while holding the boy in her arms.
The flame is burning in your hand. You share the same thought, don't you? It wouldn't have burned on you if you weren't wishing for the game sincerely.
Ooh.
Yes, I do. I want it to be a successful event. It's important to you, and so to us now.
With a smile on his face, Ezra holds Spathodea's hand and lifts it in the air.
Mankind and arcanists who are here with us or following the event through radio, TV, or internet, I invite you to witness the blazing of the Uluru torch. She is Ulu, the noble spirit of peace, hard work, and competition. In the past thousands of years, the holy fire has been to the highest mountain and touched the rocks in the deepest sea, taking the peace and all of the noble qualities to every corner of this world. It was also brought out of this world into space by rockets and traveled among the stars. From ships to spaceships, from one hand to another, it has journeyed far. And now, for the first time, the torch to be lit has come to the flame. The flame is burning in the joint hands of human and arcanist. We hereby swear we shall forget the hatred, conflict, turbulence, and chaos of the past. We shall run in the name of sportsmanship. We shall walk in the original form of man. We shall compete against each other, not for victory, but for participation.
Aww. He's so cute. And nice. Oh, okay. It turns out this was a really easy thing. Nice. Gamer boy, welcome! Such a beautiful ending. Indeed. I would argue a pretty Disney ending. But Disney endings are fun. What do we got here? Then the last Desert Flannel little side story thing, I'm pretty sure. Jessie, my sweet pea, your friends can never keep up with you on the track. They're all just too slow, Grandma. I can't just stop running and wait for them. You're developing a lot faster than other children the same age as you, and your PE teacher says you might have what it takes to be a star of track and field one day. Track and field? What's that? Well, it just means sports, like running, jumping, and throwing things as far as you can. Won't I hit someone if I go around throwing things? Huh, you won't hit anyone. If you manage to do that, you'd become a track and field legend on the spot. It doesn't really sound like much of a challenge. You have many other options open to you. You can do anything, little bird. You can be a poet or a painter. You can go be a singer. There are countless choices for you to explore in life. If you truly understand the worth of your talents, you can also become an athlete. When you walk along the wall, it's like you're flying. Like gravity has no hold of you. Walk along the wall? I wonder what she means by that. Can Plappy be an athlete too? He can run just as fast as me. Oh, she's had Plappy since she was young? That's so cute. Ha! Then my child, you should go up for a dressage competition. That way you and Plappy will become unbeatable partners and work together to take home a gold medal. Dressage? Oh, your grandma's getting senile in her old age. I forgot. That era ended long ago. Sporting competitions for arcanists have been missing from the world for a long time now. I don't know if we'll ever see the day the Uluru Games are held once again. ... Grandma, you're always there in my mind. Oh, this is her remembering it. Please watch over me. The day we talked about is finally here. You were right. Plappy and I have become unbeatable partners. Aww. How sweet. Did that do it? Uh-oh, I forgot to do a thing at the end, or something. End of dialogue. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's so emotional. Man. It's like, sometimes having something come to fruition, it doesn't end up happening within that generation, you know? And it's like sad, but it also fills you with hope, because it's like, okay, just because it means that we can hopefully rest knowing that even if we don't make it there before our time has come to an end on this earth, it's possible that the next generation will be able to get there. You know, that's what I'm taking away from that. That's pretty sweet. Okay, now I think that was that. Because this is what was unlocked after 13. The desert flannel thing I just did was unlocked after 14. So onwards to 15. We're gonna be done faster than I expected.
So, did Miss Desert Funnel go to the hospital to visit Mr. McAway?
Oh, McAway went to the hospital?
Yeah, she bought all the magazines with that photo and brought them to... Oh, wait. I guess you don't know the story between Desert Flannel and McAway.
The magazines with that photo.
No idea. I was in my room pondering what happened that day. Don't look at me like that. I've told you I'll never repeat that story again.
Oh, right. It kind of faded to black or something.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter if I never had the chance of hearing it. It's just a story.
And, okay, just now, I randomly remembered that I did have an idea for what to do for stream next time I run out of ideas for Reverse 1999. So, if you're watching this and you're not sure what I'm going to do after this, you might want to stick around. I am considering going back to rewatch chapters 1 or story 1 and story 2 of the main story, so that I can try to get more out of it this time, now that I've kind of gotten used to the writing style. I know that especially when it comes to story number 2, there were some parts that really just went over my head and I could not tell what was happening. So I'm thinking about doing that after we run out of stuff here. So we'll see. It is very hard to disappoint a child like that. Throwing her hands in the air, Desert Flannel declares her defeat. She makes some space and passes the seat beside her.
Fine, I will. I will tell it to you. Come over here, kid. You were so kind.
Ezra sits behind Desert Flannel and waits like a quiet kitten. Chapter 1 and 2 aren't very well paced in my opinion, but man, it tugs at the heart. I know, like, even though I wasn't able to figure out what was going on, I still really felt for what was happening to these characters, like, Schneider and everything. Man. But I would like to have a better feel of what actually went down.
You must all know that I have many jobs. These part-time jobs eat away most of my time, but the clients who gave me these jobs never let me go home empty-handed. If you were me, you'd know that if you are willing enough to take as many jobs as possible, you'd meet some strange clients.
I accidentally made my friend believe Schneider survives. You accidentally? Oh no! I wonder how that would affect the experience. Experiencing the story. Just hit with a brick after the fact, realizing that Schneider is not surviving.
Like going to a school day pretending to be someone's mum, or braiding the hair of a punk hound in 302 pigtails for a blind man. Or waiting for a rare bird at midnight, carrying a camera which was expensive enough to pay for my apartment.
What? Gamer boy's trying to communicate, I just know it.
I know. Sometimes my colleagues in the class would also hire others to help collect information they need. But if we have the time, most of us would prefer to take a walk in the forest and try our luck. Yes, that's exactly what my client said. He paid me well for the job. So generous that I stared at the dark and waited for that pink torch hummingbird to show up, despite my bloodshot eyes.
I was sure she was going to be playable because she had a playable part. Right! She really did, and like... she was really pushed in the promotional materials too. I don't know. I mean, villains are often pushed in promotional materials and they're not always playable characters. Like, we don't have Arcana as a playable character right now, and it's not like that was a broken promise or anything like that, so. Accident send. Oh, she was playable in beta. Schneider still appears in the daily login lore drops, too. Wait a second. Daily login lore drops. Huh? Okay, I need to figure out what that is. Okay, thank goodness. We're not spoiling it for anybody. Yeah. I feel like if someone is interested in checking out the current event story, I'm hoping that they don't mind that they might hear main story spoilers. But all the same, we're doing our best to keep it close to the chest.
1 day, 2 days, and 3 days passed. I didn't even see anything like it. But I saw a wonder beast just as extraordinary as the hummingbird.
What? What's a wonder beast? When you log in, you get like a little message, and sometimes it's lore or fun facts. Oh no, I must be clicking past that every time or something. I'll take a closer look next time. Pausing for a second, Desert Flannel takes a deep breath.
Ah, pink glittering platypus.
Pink glittering platypus. Okay.
Pink glittering platypus?
That's what I said, Ezra.
It's pink and it's glittering. And who knows whether pink torch hummingbird is a strange nickname for that platypus. Of course I have to take a picture of it.
Why would you call a platypus a hummingbird, though?
But you know, a bird lover won't need a picture of a platypus.
Right.
So I sold it to Kidding Fun, a children's magazine. What happened next should be very evident to you, if you read enough bad novels.
You still get them even if you don't read them. I think you only need to log in. I'm currently working on getting them all written down, those that aren't on the wiki. Ooh! Thank you for your service, Tales. We appreciate you. What happened next should be very evident to you if you've read enough bad novels. Pink platypus gets put into a children's magazine. Maybe... Did her client get mad or something?
Is that...
Yes, that's right. That platypus was
Oh?
Makua, who took the transformation potion.
What? Has there been clues anywhere that Makor takes transformation potion? What?
But why would he do that? Perhaps he was looking for some fun, or maybe it was an accident?
What?
Anyway, according to him, someone pulled out a prank on him, and it was definitely not his own choosing.
Oh. I mean, you just said perhaps he was looking for some fun or an accident, and then you said... Okay, well, according to him. So what you're saying is maybe he's lying, which, yeah, sure. He's proved himself to be an untrustworthy figure.
He quit his job the moment that picture was published.
But how could anybody know it's him?
He left his friends and family and became a revenger, striving to put me into a miserable situation just like what he has gone through.
Huh. Okay.
So this time, after I made this fortune, I bought the apartment and every copy of that issue of the magazine.
Oh.
Were you planning to sell them all to Mr. Makua?
No, of course not.
She's not that ruthless.
Who do you think I am? I picked him up at the hospital, took him somewhere quiet, and burnt all the magazines in front of him.
Aww.
He was, oh my gosh, crying so loud. That was pleasant to hear.
On the other side of the curtain, a young female voice interrupts the conversation.
Miss Desert Flannel, Miss Spathodea, and Mr. Ezra, the interview is ready to start. Please follow me to the stage.
Ah, yes. In a minute.
The kids move before Desert Flannel does. Spathodea gets closer to Ezra and asks a question quietly.
Did you get the ending of the story?
No, not really.
Hashtag me reading Reverse 1999. Oh, no, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. It's okay.
So there is something neither Arcanists nor humans can understand. Perhaps we can ask Vertin later. She's a bit older than us, but she's not here today. I think she went to the stadium with Miss Ulu.
I'm like really curious like what they decided to do about the inner structural integrity of the stadium, because like that's what kicked off the fight between Ezra and Spathodea. There was a conflict in terms of Ezra was like, oh, okay, well, the inner structure of the stadium is not really up to code, and we want people to be able to be safe, including humans. And Spathodea is like, no, don't touch this stadium. It's precious to me. It is old. We cannot replace anything inside of here. We can't take any of it apart. So don't you dare let your constructions, people toward it, near it. And then that brought forward the question of why is structural integrity important? Well, it's because we need humans to be safe, because they don't have arcanist powers to be able to dodge anything bad happening. And that whole conversation happened, and they resolved that part of it, but I'm really curious about, like, I want to know, like, did they decide to... It looks like they added features to the stadium, but they kept the stone there? Maybe something like that? It would have been... I don't know, maybe that's a boring conversation to have, but, like, I'm interested.
The gold-swallowing crowd, the apocalyptic hedonism, and the adventure on the island of numbers.
Oh, did Verton tell her about everything? Oh, that's right, the money-eating people. Yeah, that was another part of the story that it took me such a long time to, like, really go, wait, so what is happening? What, huh? Apocalyptic hedonism. I don't know what that's about. Another good reason for me to go back and read the story. An adventure on the island of numbers. That I know what they're talking about.
This is what the world has become when I was in slumber for all these years.
Yeah, it's pretty nutso.
I have experienced countless rains, and have even seen the rainbow above Uluru, but I've never seen anything like the storm. I can't believe it just changed everything so easily.
But the Uluru Stadium is still here. I know there are spots with mysterious power in this world. They can provide a slim chance of survival in the storm. And the stadium is exactly one of them. Such a place will be desired by different forces one day. It's just a matter of time.
That's a really good point. If there's a structure that has been in existence for centuries already, then that means if the storm happens and time reverses, the structure is not in danger of being erased.
Like the Manus Vindictae you talked about. To them, the Uluru Stadium is like a piece of meat to a hungry wolf.
Metaphor counter!
That's right. The Foundation has already launched the Uluru Guarding Project. It will be a long-term mission and involves a heavy workload, and the Australia branch doesn't have enough manpower for it.
Can you help, Ulu?
Fortunately, a lot of people went to the visitor window of the branch.
Aww.
They are worried about the stadium?
Yes, a lot. They volunteered to station here to protect it, even at the cost of their own time and effort.
Now that makes me want to cry. Like, there's nothing quite like seeing people that are strangers care about something and offer up their time and energy for something. And you suddenly don't feel so alone anymore when you see that. So good.
They have built the Uluru Guardians, which consist of 31 arcanists and 29 humans. There are doctors, writers, taxi drivers, newsstand owners, and so on.
Ooh, do you think it's the newsstand owner that Desert Flannel was talking to earlier in the event?
And they are all among the audience of the games.
Yeah, that would definitely make you want to just throw everything down and be like, no, this is absolutely worth throwing away a lot of things to protect it.
You made it, child. This is indeed a brand new beginning.
That's why I want to keep it here.
The giant rock which the bunyip turned into has become warm on the red soil of Uluru. No more wet, cold, question, or doubt. The strokes, carved out by gravel and fire, run down from the bunyip's spine to both sides of its body. At the end of each ridge, words are inscribed, turning the rock into a monument. The first sentence here confuses me. I don't know what they're trying to say, because that's not what I'm seeing here, but okay. That's fine. I guess, does this look like a spine in the middle here, perhaps?
We shall run in the name of sportsmanship.
We shall walk in the original form of men.
We shall compete against each other, not for victory, but for participation, by both human and arcanist. No matter how many times the storm reshapes the world from top to bottom, no matter how the times or the lifestyle change, no matter how ignorant people become, whenever they open the gate to the Uluru Stadium again, they will remember the spirit and faith it has been conveying. Things will change in the unstoppable river of time, yet the Uluru Stadium shall remain forever.
Wow. It's not bad. That's not bad. I'm kind of just absorbing this. I'm taking it all in. I wish I could like zoom out or something like that, but oh well. It's interesting. Buildings are an interesting thing. Desert flannel is so funny. I wish Australians were real. Goodness gracious. Speaking of which, I wish my Australian friends were awake, but they are asleep right now. Otherwise, they could be tuning in for all of this. Ah! New event! Alright, okay. That's all done. That's all done. So what is this? Uh-oh. See, there's no proof they're really real. Okay, so this is Spathodea's character story kind of situation, I'm pretty sure. And then all the dialogue is going to be mostly unvoiced. Well, I'll just do this one chapter since I've already started it. That's fine with me. Actually, real quick, I'm just going to stand up, get a drink of something, and then sit back down again. Just be a minute. Okay. The darkness is like a soft mattress, sinking under me, folds enveloping me, drawing me ever deeper. In the darkness, I find myself accompanied by unceasing rhythmic sounds, like the beating of drums and wild cheers, echoing a time when I blazed over red earth. And so I try to find it, that faint sound. It beats with a familiarity and intimacy that entices my flames to sway along with it. And then, a distant light flickers into view. There, I meet her once more. As I follow that light, I see all she experiences. She is only a spark, her glow faint, but burgeoning with curiosity. Day in, day out, she consumes more fuel. Everything she sees, touches, and hears makes her burn brighter. How are you?
Can you hear me? Shall we continue our unfinished conversation?
Is this Ulu's story or Spathodea's story, I wonder? No response. Still, I call out. I must call out to my dearest friend.
Huh?
It's a baby Spathodea. Is someone calling me? The girl lowers hands that a moment ago fiddled with photos and clippings, lifting her head to scan the room. Of course, she gains no insights from her efforts. My ears are playing tricks on me again. I thought I heard something, but maybe it was nothing. She refocused her energy back to the meticulously collected items before her. Let's take a look at the picture again. It's so different from records of the Uluru Games from other places, but her fantasies of this grand event occupy most of her free time, and even much of the time she should use to finish her homework. Oh, so she knew about the Uluru Games even before this whole thing went down. Like this very moment, for example.
Muffin.
Are you awake in there, Cookie? Can I come in? What? I'm here, I'm awake. I'm just... So it wasn't my imagination. For crying out loud. Mummy, I'm coming. Spathodea stuffed her scattered keepsakes from the desk into a waiting drawer and just as quickly opened her exercise book in a practiced move. Then, in a brisk series of steps, the little girl runs to the door and turns the knob.
Mommy?
Ah, so cute! Oh, goodness sake. What is it, Mummy? You didn't come down for your milk today, so I guessed my little cookie must be busy. Her mother placed the milk at the side of the table, while simultaneously setting a beautiful album down with purposeful intent. I've brought a little something for you. I thought I'd give it along with your milk. Here you go.
Huh.
Oh my, it's all the photos and notes I put together. I thought Ms. Jones would wait until the last week of term to give it back to me. You beauty. Oh, this is wonderful. She knows how important these things are to you, so she packed them in a plastic bag and put them in the top drawer. Look at the cover. Your little doodles are as clear as the day you drew them. Miss Jones is a wonderful teacher, but she also told me about what's been going on with you recently. That you've let your mind wander in class, Cookie. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just keep thinking about the photos and... The guilty child lowers her head and rubs her fists against her eyelids.
It's okay.
I've got all the time in the world. Her mother placed her palms around the little girl's shoulders and took her into her arms. She sat on the edge of the bed, resting her head gently against her daughter's. It was when Miss Jones was talking to us about after-school sports and asking what our favorite events were. I remembered the Uluru Games. I took out my album to find some events so I'd have a good answer. I could have said the branch vault, the water beast steeplechase. They're all so fun, but Ms. Jones said we could only ever choose our single most favorite event. That shouldn't have been a problem for you, my little love. You're always talking about your favorite sport.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, Mummy. It's the one with the stone monster from the series. Melingi's Harvest. The girl nods her head twice, the two pigtails behind her dancing like small flames. But these happy flames flicker for only an instant before she lowers her head again. My head got filled with the thoughts of playing with Melingi. It was like it was all real, like the things I see in my dreams. The red earth of the sports field felt so solid and spongy when I stepped on it, and I could smell the wood burning in the air. The crowd gathered around the fire, burning wildly and beautifully like a wild animal. I wanted to reach out to touch its fur. Then Miss Jones took my hand. Spathodea opens her eyes, returning from her memories with a pang of regret, her voice timid as a whimpering puppy. But I know, I really shouldn't have dozed off in her class. But the thing is, they say I'm always just daydreaming. They say I've turned into some kind of Durango, all because I love the Uluru Games so much.
You're a good girl.
Her mother sighs softly and adds a gentle rocking to her embrace.
It's okay.
There's nothing wrong with the things you like and love. Whether it's green crocodiles or even a long-gone sports event, they're all your precious treasures. Don't ever waver just because someone says things about what you love. And you certainly shouldn't ever feel bad about yourself over such a thing. All the things you've collected are proof the Uluru Games happened. It used to be such a grand event, and no one knows what the future holds. The mother lifts the child's soft round face, wipes away her tears, and kissed her cheek with tender affection. Maybe someday in the future, your Uluru Games will return. The same way they disappeared, maybe they'll suddenly reappear.
Honey?
Do you really think so, Mummy? She's not wrong. No one knows what the future will bring. More than that, it can feel impossible to crush the dreams of a child.
Sure enough.
Of course, we always need something to look forward to in life, Cookie.
But
before that happens, you have to promise me something. A tone of uncertainty lingers in the air as the topic turns, and the mother smiles ever so slightly. When you're in school, try to focus on your classes, okay?
Yes.
Of course, Mummy. I'll pay attention in class in the future. I swear on a whole week's worth of fairy cakes. The embarrassed child rubs her face as she ardently swore to prove herself. Then, immediately after, as though only just remembering something, she lifts her head again. Oh, by the way, Mummy, I want to try the after-school sports club. It's the one Ms. Jones mentioned. Can I go?
sure enough.
Ms. Jones had a word with me about that, too. Of course you can go. A bit of exercise would do you a world of good.
But
Your school doesn't have a Melingi's Harvest course, Cookie. They need to consider the differences between Arcanus and mankind and hold activities that are safe for everyone.
Yes.
Yes, I know. It's okay, Mummy. Spathodea breaks free from her mother's embrace, stands up straight, and shakes out her arms. I've made up my mind. I want to sign up for boxing. She remembers reaching out to catch those sparks, clenching her fists, then loosening her palms again and again. Sweat runs through the gaps between her fingers, soaking her palms in scalding heat. Her rising temperature is no illusion. Of course, darling. Her mother's palm gently caresses the little girl's head, coaxing a few raised strands of hair to lie back down. What follows then is a kiss on her forehead that fuels the warm flames within her arms. How about we go pick out some boxing gloves together this weekend? Your dad can drive us, and we can see what kind of protective gear that they've got there. But starting today, you're not allowed to leave a single vegetable on your plate.
Huh?
Oh, I thought athletes were allowed to eat triple chocolate-covered caramels and meat pies every day. But if vegetables are what I need to do to become a real athlete, I'll eat salad every day like a good little kangaroo munching on grass. The little kangaroo bounces up with gusto and stands proudly on the bedroom floor to declare her intention.
I will be. I must be an excellent boxer.
Cute! So she was having visions before then. Interesting, interesting. Alright. I only accidentally clicked on that. But there it is. That's some fun stuff. Now, I'm curious. Obviously, we still have at least 2 days left before we can unlock hard mode. But until then, I imagine it's recommended that we farm 13 on Arduous. If I'm not mistaken. I should be able to see the daily login stuff there. Oh, right. Sign in. Is it this thing? A French knight mistook a knight as a normal armor and took it back to his residence. And then today I clicked on that and I got it. Ah, okay. What's the first one? Captain Regulus has been preparing for this day. Dr. Pepper, confetti, party crackers, party blowouts, and all sorts of novel prank toys. That's so cute! It's a little teeny thing. And this was... Okay, this is to tell me that Charlie's birthday is tomorrow. Doop. Right. And that first day, preparing for this day, was she preparing for Ms. Radio's birthday? Because that's Ms. Radio's icon right there. Oh wait, it's April 1st. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Prank toys, of course. The mint run by Newton created a whole new currency. Like, Isaac Newton created a currency? Or he had a mint? Interesting, if so. Jervis III purchased 3 portions of yellow sandalwood and 7 portions of unicorn hair to make a staff. Huh. Over 100 sightings of mystery creatures around Rocky Mountains, USA were reported within 10 days. This is my niece's birthday. Sweetheart attended the launch party for the movie she'd starred in. 7 Arcanist organizations, including Manus Vindictae, have been identified as terrorist organizations. Are we gonna meet other ones? Powered by the Mesmers, the Foundation became partners with several mental health organizations. Since the headquarters of New York Times had moved to Manhattan, USA, Longacre Square was renamed Times Square. I've checked, but I believe Bet is one of the only characters without a daily login lore drop-offs. Oh no! If I remember correctly, I think I saw your Twitter and you've got Bet in your header image. I think that's great. Bet is awesome. I love Bet. We stand a gender non-conforming queen. NASA announced the selection of 7 astronauts for a brand new space program, one of whom is an arcanist. Yeah, I love her so much. She's so cute. I wish it was possible to raise her to Insight 3. The novel The Great Gatsby was officially published. Jervis III read it, but did not leave any comment. That's cute. Criminal gang composed entirely of arcanists. They used rapid cooling and through-the-wall arcane skills to steal a train in New York. Ooh. Soviet astronaut Gagarin went into space on Vostok 1 and circled the Earth once. Let's take a look here. Soviet astronaut Gagarin went into space on the Vostok 1. Gagarin. Let's take a look. Vostok 1. Hello! Welcome one, welcome all! We are looking at Wikipedia right now. Welcome to Lesta! Hi! I hope you had a good stream. Aww, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. We were just looking at some lore things because in Reverse 1999, there's these little things here. Little blurbs you get every single day for each login. Elegy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Yeah, this blurb mentioned the Soviet astronaut Gagarin who went into space on Vostok 1 and circled the Earth once, so I wanted to look that up and see what that was about. Yeah, go get some lunch, get some food, take a break after streaming. Takes a lot of energy. I really appreciate when I've seen your stream get rated by people, you always recommend them to take a break, and that inspired me a lot, so I want to do the same for when people read me. And I think we shall have fun. I think I will also take a short little 5-minute break after we look at this. The first human orbital space flight in history. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Wow. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin. 1961, the first human to reach orbital velocity around the Earth and to complete a full orbit around the Earth. Wow. 108 minutes from launch to landing, Gagarin parachuted to the ground separately from his capsule after ejecting at 7 kilometers altitude. Whoa! Oh my gosh. That's a picture of him aboard the Vostok 1. I'll be looking too because I'm working, but I'm here to support. Thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Let's see here. Wow, that's really cool and neat. I like that quite a lot. And that was that one. Okay. Unless there are special circumstances, Xeno Arms Academy always starts a new term on this day. Xeno Arms Academy, is that an arcanist school also? In 1900, the 11th World's Fair opened in Paris, and several arcanists were invited to attend. SPDM, St. Pavlov's, something, had a conference on how to combine arcanum education with liberal studies. Place Scientific Computing Center starts its annual budget review on this day every year. The head of every lab will be busy in the following days. J.P. Morgan was born. He would grow up to be a famous American financier who had a close relationship with the Pax House. Screw you, rich people. Yes, they work together with the Foundation, but they're independent. Lilia is a graduate from Xeno. Oh, and Leilani is a student at Xeno. I get it. Okay. French Arcanist announced that they had created an extremely explosive potion. Considering its cost, however, many would stick with the nitroglycerin. Huh. U.S. announced it would go off the gold standard. The Arcanum world in the U.S. immediately stated it would not give up the use of its currency, the Sharpudanti. I've heard of that. That's this thing. An underground pub called the Walden opened for business. The owner provides his special non-alcoholic concoctions, which tasted like alcohol. That does ring a bell. The British Daily Mail published a photo of the Loch Ness Monster, which caused a sensation. And yesterday's was... no, this is today's. A French knight. When did this happen? I'm curious. Anyway, how delightful. Xeno seems to be more militaristic than the SPDM or the Foundation. Xeno gets a bunch of lore in 1.8. Is that the current Chinese servers patch? And an upcoming character, Windsong, works at Xeno, I believe. I've heard the name's Wordsong I've seen around. Windsong I've seen around. Right, it's like a Russia setting patch, it looks like. That's exciting. I'm a fan. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna set us up over here. We're going back to the beginning. I don't know, should I start from the beginning? I feel like I've seen the first 2 or 3 many times because people do their Let's Play little clips. Wait, School of Primary Defense of Mankind? I thought it was St. Pavlov something something. I was wrong this whole time. Oopsie doops. Where's a good spot? Where is... Let's see, they're with Regulus here. To the New World. And then we got... Sonetto and Verton. The Rosa Killer. And is that Schneider, maybe? I don't know where I should start. Because I feel like I don't need to do this one. I've seen it so many times. They're the same thing, basically. Most SPDM students end up working at the Foundation. Huh, that's why I'm confused. Dr. Pepper! Maybe I'll start from here. And we'll see. Like, surely that'll be far enough back, but also far enough forward that I'm not redoing stuff that I already know well enough. So let's leave it right here, like that. I will get up and do a little 5-minute break. I'm just gonna stretch, use the restroom, get another drink of water, get a nice cool towel from the freezer that I put in ahead of time because I'm smart. And I recommend everyone else getting up and taking a break too. Make sure your needs are being met. Make sure you're being fed and you're drinking your water and whatevers. And yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hello, I'm back. And I changed the title of the stream. Gotta go, so have fun. Enjoy. Thank you for stream. Chatting was fun. Thanks, Gamer Boy. I appreciate stopping by. I said that really weird. Oh well. It was fun hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's see here. One moment. Apparently I wasn't ready yet. Okay, now we're set. Now let me see where this starts. We know that Regulus is on her ship, and then there's Manus Vindictae, and then Vertin and Sonetta show up because Manus Vindictae were there. And Regulus had some St. Pavlov people on her ship and thought they were the bad guys, but they weren't the bad guys.
Turns out the Foundation doesn't fully trust you, just like you don't trust them. You acted privately without their knowledge, but they were still able to foresee the outcome.
Maybe I should go back one more chapter, just to be really thorough. I assume this is the one after we do our first fight. Oh, right, this is... I mean, I don't know if that's skipping...
Miss Vert, however, Sonetto found Regulus immediately. They're at a standoff in the lobby.
What did I skip that for? Oh, this part of the story, Mr. Apple finds the lake that we used to do our summoning in. That's so funny. They all wake up. Gotta love that translation.
I'm coming.
Oh.
You are awake. How do you feel?
Timekeeper, I heard that you caught... No, you gained the trust
Caught?
of Regulus.
I'm pretty sure Apple was the voice actor's first gig. Aww. Well, he's doing just a great job. I think he's just fabulous.
When I returned to the research center, the committee informed me that Regulus would join the Foundation as our colleague.
Really?
I am here to convey the committee's commendation and your next mission. I did not expect that you would just summon me. In the future, if possible, I hope you could show me the incantation. I would also like to learn it.
The committee informed me that Regulus would join the Foundation as our colleague. Agreed. Very good voice acting on everyone in this game. Yeah, for sure. It has its own, like, feel to it. It doesn't sound like the voice acting or the casting or the voice directing that I've ever heard in another game before.
Regulus, we are very glad to have you. However, you need to go to the Foundation and the Scientific Computing Center first to complete the registration process. As an Arcanist talent rated S, we will provide you with the best equipment for scientific research.
What happens if I say this is a mistake?
Yes, it's a mistake. A bloody huge mistake. Which star said she was ever going to join the Foundation? Ridiculous! Is this pirate really so easily recruited? The institution, Vertin told me, is a place where the storm can be avoided. Free use of arcane skills is guaranteed, and Dr. Pepper is even free for 365 days.
Did Vertin say all that?
Exactly. If it is a place full of serious old men, Regulus must not be interested in it. Sorry for this apple's interruption.
What? No. The Foundation is definitely not a place for serious old men.
I remember this line.
That's where Vertin and I grew up. And there are many other interesting people like us. Young people. Don't just stand there. Talk to them. Explain that.
Who knew Miss Sinetto could be so panicked? Well, at least the Foundation is not that horrible at all.
I should have more training.
I mean, as we'll find out later, it's not that great either. Over shoes, over boots. Huh?
Let me explain. Regulus, Apple, what I invited you to join before is the St. Pavlov Foundation.
Over shoes, over boots. Is that a phrase that it's in real life? Over shoes, over boots. Google doesn't have anything. So it's a mystery.
As for Dr. Pepper, I think Sinetto will find a way.
I will definitely make an application to the administration.
Fine. For the sake of 365 days of free drink, I'll join you. It shouldn't take too long to go through the procedures, right? I've got a bunch of belongings to pack up.
I might
Martin,
skip through
you
bits of this
come
since
and
I've
help
already
me?
seen it. Uh-huh. Okay, this is about what I expected.
I'm sorry.
Turns out the Foundation doesn't fully trust you. You acted privately without their knowledge, but they were still able to foresee the outcome. If you don't mind, please tell us the stories of the Foundation. After all, that's where our captain is leaving for.
The Foundation is currently the charity that can provide the best treatment for arcanists. Every few years, the Foundation selects talented arcanists from children around the world. They go to orphanages and admonition centres, and even fish out unique ones from the prisons and detention centres. I was also one of them. Since I can remember, I know it very well that I am alone.
They're all orphans.
Until 1999, when the first storm came, I seemed to see my mother.
Now, she sees her
So
mother.
you have a mother?
And there's the line. Everybody drink! Drink! There it is. But what was Vertin saying before this line?
I was not sure. All of us. Our memories of 1999 are blurred.
That part's interesting
I
to
can only
me.
remember that she was placed on a laboratory bed, surrounded by many medical staff. They shouted her name and mine, and I can't remember anything else. Later, no matter how hard I try to ask, I have no intention to be enemies of the Foundation. As I said, I know what you said to Sinetto just now is expedient.
Never mind. Think about it. If they can detect the whereabouts of the first one, then of course they can find the second and third. In that case, it never ends, does it?
And she's talking about detecting the whereabouts of the first storm. And then the second and the third.
You can't send all your partners away.
So you mean?
You have other thoughts?
You betcha. If I sneak away, am I saying that I'm just a chicken? A coward? Anyway, I've considered carefully. In this world, the storm never stops.
Since I would be inevitably reversed wherever I go, better to sneak into the Foundation and investigate. By the way,
Right.
you've got the best research devices. Wow. It's gonna be so much fun.
In that case, this apple respects the captain's decision. In the current volatile situation, the Foundation
Right.
and we,
Got it.
after all, are not on the opposite sides in the first place.
Okay.
It's okay, don't bother. Since you told me about the storm, I'm more or less excited.
Then come back as soon as you finish the registration. The Foundation is open to the public, but it's still heavily guarded.
When Verton says she sees her mom, the current theory me and a few other lore fans are working with is that it's the mind's eye. Like when you imagine something you want to draw, you, quote, see, end quote, it, you know? It's very confusing and abstract. Like when you imagine something you want to draw. Oh, like you, okay. I seem to see my mother. It gives me the impression of it's like she was really, really young at the time. When the first storm came, I seemed to see my mother. She was placed in a laboratory bed surrounded by medical staff. Now, the events in Chapter 3 when Verton is a young kid, is that the first storm or the second storm ever? I feel like that must be like the second storm to have occurred, because the first storm happened like a clouded memory, right. Is it something like the first storm happened in 1999? It's weird. We know that in reverse 1999, time has not progressed past 1999. Because that's when the first storm that came, which is what she says right here, and she says, I seem to see my mother. So, the events of 1999, and this is going to be weird because it's reversed 1999 and every time is weird, after her mom disappears and becomes a person who doesn't exist, no such person, is that from that point, Verton becomes a student at the school and starts wearing that white uniform and stuff. And then we see the happenings of Chapter 3, and she doesn't know about what happened in 1999 because it was such a long time ago and she was young. I don't know, actually. I don't think it's the first one. Wow. And then at that point, the school or whatever, or St. Pavlov, whatever, they know about 1999, and then the evil lady lets Verton see the storm firsthand, and that's the end of Chapter 3. I wonder what year that was. Or whatever. How do they count time in St. Pavlov Foundation, and how do they, like, they count time in the outside world in terms of the year that it is out there, right? Like, they're like, okay, it's 1960 something or other when we're out here. Do they say it's also 1960 whatever when they're back at the St. Pavlov Foundation? I wonder.
Indeed, back in yesterday we were still wanted pirates. We'll have to be careful on this trip.
At this point, I've accepted that time is not to be comprehended in the game. Yeah, I get that feel too. But the storm in Chapter 3, I don't think is the first one. I get that impression too. Okay.
Huh? You don't have to go with me. I've actually got something very important for you to keep. Mr. Apple, come here.
Hmm?
Yes? Is there anything this apple could help with?
Regulus and Apple start whispering.
Excuse me.
Verton... Wait, what about a frog? Oh, 1999 plus number.
Could I talk to you for a second, timekeeper?
To be continued. Why not go on hard, of course. Oh, wait. This is just gonna take me to the battle. Wait, I shouldn't click on that either. What? Chaos. Hang on a second. Boop, boop, boop. Go back here. In the Foundation, I mean. That's how they count and calculate time. I see. Is there a way to... Huh. If I do this on, like this, does it take me to the battle? Yeah. That's what I thought. This is gonna be an issue, isn't it? That's annoying. How do I check out the actual story? I'm gonna have to figure this out. There's this. But it's gonna be all the way in the middle. You can click the seal on the atlas. Yeah, okay. Story review, perhaps? Wait a second. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 5. So... Oh! Oh! And then there's this. Oh, okay. Okay. This is probably what I want. Nice! Thank you so much, Tails.
I did not expect that there is such a big place in your suitcase. I never knew it before. You're right. I'm very happy to be invited over. I got promoted. The committee recommended me to help you as the chief assistant. The scope of your responsibilities has also increased. You will be in charge of all the investigations on the storm and Manus Vindictae. The authorities will provide us with assistance in all aspects.
Right.
So, you have seen what the storm was like?
The outside world is very different from what I thought. As timekeeper, you've always carried such a secret for us. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing the message, Soneto. So, what's the first mission for our team?
Please take a look.
Okay. So this is the start of the stuff that I need to pay attention to a lot.
In Chicago on February 14.
Okay. So we know about this because it already happened in history, and time has gone backwards and is running forward again.
we need to rescue the victims before human gangsters arrive at the underground parking.
And apparently St. Pavlov Foundation just wants to mess with the timeline and save Arcanists that died previously.
Rescue the Arcanists?
It doesn't conflict with the Foundation's purpose, right? Preventing confrontations between two races is also a way to defend the peace of mankind.
Okay.
Although this is different from all the missions before.
Breaks my heart that it all happened on Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me just see. I feel like this is actually based on a real life thing, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, in Chicago, 1929. Yeah. Goodness gracious. I'm just kind of reading over the actual St. Valentine's Day Massacre Wikipedia file article. Well, that's very depressing and sad.
The authorities would probably want us to recruit new Arcanists for the Foundation as much as possible.
I see. The forces of the Manus expand dramatically year by year. To stop the trend, we do need additional manpower.
And at this point of the story, we don't really know what Manus Midnight Day is doing, but this statement implies that they are also taking in Arcanists to be part of their group.
But, Sonetto, did you have oranges just now? There's...
How come? I did not. And
Maybe that's my mistake. If there is no question, we are ready to go.
The smell of oranges.
Whoa! You guys, come here and help!
it is Regulus's voice? Why is her... Whoa.
Our suitcase is about to be moved by the Chris.
Miss Verton, Sonetto, seems like our suitcase has disturbed some imps. Captain went out to check, but got trapped. Captain, hang in there.
Time to fight some people in a fight. Except we won't, because we're just watching the story part. Okay. Oh, and is it like, there's two tabs here? This says documentary, and I can click on this, and there's... It's so funny how the suitcase is like a Pokemon ball. Yeah, for real. It's kind of an ingenious solution. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, when you're in Genshin Impact, the characters generally are just wherever they are in the world, and sometimes the characters refer to, like, oh, will we ever get to see you again, traveler? And then Paimon's like, yeah, we'll definitely come and visit. But in this game, it kind of makes sense that you have access to these characters when you're fighting because they're in your suitcase. I like that. mechanic narratively.
Even the tree hole is not safe enough.
We should go. I will carry. But Regulus?
What's that worried look? Come on. Sonetto gave me a floppy disk. I'll reach the quarter 100% safe.
Oh, I remember that.
I'm not there to fight. I got a split then. This is a free trip. I'll definitely enjoy myself.
Let's get ready to move. The mission is in the underground parking at number 2122 Lincoln Park Street, 2 blocks away from us. Ken, could we go there by bus?
Sonetto's like, oh my god, is it a date? Is this a date? And the answer is, yes, it is a date.
It's so cold here. This apple is getting frosty.
Really? I seem to feel nothing. It's actually kind of warm compared to... According to the intelligence, now it's still 1 hour before the incident. So this is the distance from the entrance to the wall. And here should also be marked...
What you're depicting in the air, is that the reconstruction of the victim's position?
I see. Now that I looked at the Wikipedia article about this whole real-life incident, I understand a little bit more what they're
Yes,
kind of
I
referencing here.
reconstructed to actual scale. In this way, I can calculate the position that can provide cover without hindering us from joining the battle in time.
So, calculate a position that can provide cover for the victims, I guess? Oh, okay. Without hindering us from joining the battle in time. So she wants to be involved in the battle?
For anything that may cost others' lives, I want to be as cautious as possible. No, never mind.
It's fine. They won't know.
Shh! Someone's here. 2 human
Don't let them wander around. It's too dangerous here. The gang fight will definitely hurt them.
And then we fight them.
How's it going?
Skin damage, less than or equal to 5 millimeters. No visceral damage or psy-cube fluctuation found for the moment. Conclusion: the injuries meet the requirements of Emergency Defense Code of St. Pavlov Foundation.
It will probably take some time for them to wake up. Hide them under the car first.
Pardon all the noise.
We don't
Pack
have
the
much
car
time.
and have it
Let's hurry
yet.
up to the hidden position. Mr. Apple, why are you a little upset?
This apple found a pack of Sharpodontis in their pocket. And a child's finger.
Oh, that's right.
Which are the currencies that only used by arcanists.
That's a weird statement. Oh, you know, those arcanists, they're always using children's fingers for currency. Like, what?
Maybe. That's just...
It's 1929, a year full of racial discrimination.
This is also the reason why we need to stop the next tragedy. For the...
There's still 30 minutes. Who's coming early?
Gunshots? What? But the Arcanists haven't got here.
Damn it. Let's go.
Dun dun dun.
James Clark.
Okay, right. I remember now.
Peter Gusenberg.
Peter Gusenberg is in fact a name of one of the real-life victims from the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I don't see a James Clark anywhere, though. Oh wait, no, there is a James Clark who was wounded? Oh wait, no, his alias was James Clark. I guess
Frank Gusenberg. Stop it!
I guess I didn't really understand what this story was doing because I didn't know about this historical event at all. And it's kind of it's quite a deep dig in history. Interesting.
Why are you killing them? Because they want to kill the Arcanists?
Wait, what? So...
Aren't you also here for these Miss Governors? Who know history very well.
So in Reverse 1999's version of events, the original massacre, the St. Valentine's Massacre in Chicago, originally was 7 Arcanists. And now Schneider has showed up in this redo of history and has killed the guys who were gonna kill the Arcanists. And those guys are the names that are actually the real life people who did die in the massacre in real world, like reading this Wikipedia article I've got up. So that's interesting.
So, next on the list is Adam here.
Hey, why can't I shoot her? Why?
Timekeeper.
Be careful with her gun. Seems it is not our bodies that she is aiming at.
Oh, the last human. You saved him?
I got you. Please stand behind us. I will escort you to somewhere safe.
Okay, so this whole scene is basically like the St. Pavlov Foundation wanted to prevent the deaths of these 7 Arcanists in Chicago in 1929, and Sonetto and Verton were supposed to show up and make it so that there isn't a massacre at all and nobody dies. And that way they can, because their goal is peace between humans and Arcanists. And Schneider has shown up instead and is like, okay, I'm going to prevent these Arcanists from being killed. And I'm going to do that by killing the humans that were going to kill those Arcanists. So her motivation is to save Arcanists, not also to save humans. Okay.
You guys are also Arcanists. Oh, dry shite.
He killed himself?
Carotid artery ruptures. We lost him.
What a pity. Is it because the Arcanist's blood is so dirty that he would rather die than go with you? But life is precious. I do not want anyone to waste it.
But she literally just killed some humans, so I don't know why she's saying this, but whatever. She's twisted. Yeah. This is making a lot more sense this time around. Now this part, she doesn't explain anything. And we already know Mr. Apple checked the guy that shot himself And he's like, we lost him. So that tells me that that guy's dead, right? So now Schneider just... Is she shooting the dead human's body to make sure he's dead? Is that what's going on?
Those unconscious arcanists behind you are the original victims, right?
Right, okay.
You were bringing them back to Manus Vindicte?
You are much more interesting than the stubborn old woman next to you. You're also gorgeous. Oh, and your hair color is quite similar to the feather I like. I'm getting excited.
Bad translation. The feather? What
Answer
feather?
my question.
That's harsh. We are just onto the same people. Before the storm, everyone wants more useful guys. In that way, your destiny and mine, are they now tightly connected?
None of the 7 are alive. How much do you hate humans that you could kill them like that?
Hate humans? Then tell me, in this massacre in history, who should be killed, human or arcanist?
Difference in
Right.
talent is never and never will be the reason to deprive people of life.
Bingo, Miss Governor. Arcanist or mortal, I don't really think it matters. As long as we survive, it's all good.
What's in the shadow? She's holding a ritual. Stop her! She's going to take those arcanists away.
Although I like you very much, I still have to finish my task. This is the reward for killing Adam for me. Don't forget me.
That's it? She's gone?
Stock gift agreement?
She even left us stolen goods? Don't worry. I will deal with them right now.
Wait, there's an address on the seal. Holly Potion Bar. The Warden, Sonetto. Update the result to the headquarters.
Roger that. And we...
Let's move on to the next destination. The Warden. It may have the answer to all the questions.
Okay. That makes more sense than the first time I watched it. Definitely. Now from here, there's the whole woods situation. Sure, I guess. Sure. Yeah. Might as well. Oh, I just realized these are, like, at the time that these things are happening. So this takes place at 9 o'clock, this takes place at 9:30, etc., etc. Alright. Let's check out this one, and I think that might be it for my stream for today.
It'll be our honor to have the young lady's presence at the Walden.
Oh, this guy. Okay, just a moment.
Thanks to your kindness last time, we were able to
we
invent
go.
a new potion before the National Prohibition Act was enacted. Of course, I will deliver what you had purposed on time. Yes, everything is fine. No, you don't have to worry too much about Congress.
Young lady, potion. Does this have anything to do with Sotheby? I'm just curious.
You need to trust them. Humans, they talk the talk and don't walk the walk, but they're more likely to vote for the side that seems more ethical. Please be rest assured, we'll make the young lady's day a pleasant one. It's good weather.
Okay.
And ideal for an impressive storm.
Look at the background, by the way. I missed it the first time I played. A certain someone laying down. If I go back, will it go back? Dang it.
According to Louise Strong's column in the
I'm
New
gonna go
Yorker-
back. I'm gonna start it over again.
It'll be our honor to have the young lady's presence at the Walden.
Is this a person? I guess? It's so blurry.
Thanks to your kindness last time, we were Yes, everything is fine. No, you don't have to worry too much about Congress.
Huh. It's really blurry. That's what I will say.
You need to trust them. Humans, please be and ideal.
Schneider's sister.
According to Louise Strong's
Okay.
column in the New Yorker,
I'm imagining what she
February
wears,
11th,
and I
Duke
think that
Ellington's
does
jazz
match
orchestra
up. That
will
does
perform
make
at the Walden
sense.
tonight.
I did not realize that Sotheby has a bird silhouette in her hat. That's incredible.
It will be the best ever. Wild, rhythmic, fancy. Just what a jazz band should be.
I completely forgot that Sotheby is literally from 1929.
There you go, Miss Sotheby. There's no need to deliberately read that aloud. Master in England has given you the permission to go out. Also, I've spoken to the owner of the Walden on the phone.
Hooray!
Hooray? That's not what a young lady should say.
Mr. Carson, Sotheby has grown up. And I am not going out to play this time. I also have the...
Fine, fine. Just don't go hawking your new nutrient potions. Miss Mouzon would be worried if she saw you come back disappointed.
Miss Mazan!
Then I'm leaving!
Wrong way, my lady. The car is at the front.
Aw, I don't need a bodyguard. You promised.
Mind your manners, my lady. The wood near the bar is quite dangerous. We must pick you up in brief, after entering the bar, staff will lead you to your seat. Remember, watching only. No alcoholic or incitant potion drinks. Do not talk to strangers. Black Bottom or Santangero are not allowed.
What are those? I don't know what that is.
My lady.
I got it!
Such a cute.
The woods. All the plants are dead. There's no evidence of life at all. Looks like it has been through a huge fire. Well, if it were not the path we must take, I really don't want to enter these woods.
Speaking of which, Sonetto, have you ever heard of a ghost story about fire?
No, never.
Oh. So it is said that in the early 20th century, there was a devastating forest fire in Washington. Those who died unfortunately didn't want to leave, and they turned into dark ghosts in the woods. They follow the travelers without making any sounds. And in order to see everyone's face clearly...
I can't hear you clearly. It's too noisy walking on these dried leaves. All I heard...
True. This apple heard some loud noise.
Mr. Apple? Why are you in front of me?
Creepy!
Lots of unknown creatures. Sonetto, stay behind me.
That's funny, Vertin. Sonetto's the one that actually does the fighting. Oh, that was actually really short. Okay, we can keep going.
No, too many of them. We can only take one round.
Critters keep coming from the roots. Are they living?
Coming again.
And more.
Timekeeper, did you see my mark on the map?
Yes.
According to my calculation, that's the closest position to the edge of the woods. In 1 minute, I'll cover you to move in the opposite direction. Remember, there's a slope 2 miles away that can slow down the critters.
Miss Sonetto, aren't you coming with us?
Suppressed by such an overwhelming number, we can't get out. Don't worry. The action strategy would be more flexible if there's only me. As long as the enemies are not ghosts. No. Even if they are ghosts, I will survive. I will always find you. Please retreat quickly.
Let's go, Mr. Apple.
May the peace be with us.
They're all coming for us.
It's a good thing. Maybe we covered Sonetto. As long as one of us can leave the woods, there is hope for the rest. Too late to climb up the slope. Get ready to fight! Mr. Apple, how much longer can you hold on?
Though it may not sound like what an apple should say, this apple will fight with you to the last moment.
I love how he turns into a disco ball.
Vertin, look out!
Huh?
Druvis! Whee! Cause that's the sound that shoes make when they fall, right?
No offense. Would you please pass me my heel? It seems to have fallen into your arms. This is my promise. I am Druvis III.
It's the hills.
Thank you. Then I will come down.
I have Druvis III, she's just not built yet.
It's fine to land barefoot. However, I don't like touching them directly. These invaders.
She beats hundreds of them with one single move. Is it the power of her wand? No, the arcane circle she casted is pretty archaic. She must have a European arcanum background.
Oh.
It has been a long time since I saw the Arcanist visitors. Thank you for helping me expel the critters. Then, as for the ones left, just as the woods prophecy and whisper, invaders, you shall offer your sacrifice for the peace.
Please allow us to assist you.
What timeline is Druvis III from? Is she also from 1929? I'm really curious. That's enough for now. I'm gonna keep chewing on all that, like, even after the stream ends. Because there's just... I mean, I know I should probably not take it too seriously, but at the same time, I just can't help but wonder about it, because the whole point of this game is the whole time gimmick. Pardon me, I should have muted my microphone. Let me see if I can get a faster time on here than what I had before. But I bet I'm probably just fine. What if I tried using Tenant instead? Because
just to my liking.
She's oh wait, no, that's not a good match because her diamond bullet thing just helps with reality damage, and these are both mental damage. One party maybe. If I'm using Bloom Party, I might as well use Tooth Fairy. Wow, this music is trippy.
I'm here for 1, 2.
I guess I'll just do what I did before. There's that, or there's that. I feel like crit rate isn't really needed for 6. As you can see, I'm still building up his Balance Please side tube. Yeah. Let's see if I can get any faster. We'll try we'll try Cornbloom.
Shall I ask the enemy for their tactics?
See how this goes.
Nothing unexpected. For now.
So if I recall correctly, we want to knock out the ones on the side first, and then hit the one in the center.
The moment of silence.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Candy, Plan A.
We walk in long nights.
Don't be so serious.
Pardon me. Nice. Oh, I should have... Oh, I forgot. I'm actually gonna restart, because I really want to start by putting the
My duty lies with
burn totem, is that what it's called, on the center one. Ooh, I can hear... Wow, with my earbuds in, when I'm listening to the music in the background, I can hear the characters talking in the track. Ooh.
The moment of silence.
I hear something.
Start with that, and then switch to that.
Don't be so serious. 3, 2, 1, down.
That puts the burn totem on there.
Hey, I'm the support staff.
All right. So I think I will do
The
that.
moment of utterance.
And
the
that.
moment of silence.
And that. And that.
Until the torch is lit. Learn from silence.
3, 2, 1, down. Hey, I'm the support staff.
Okay. And then I can delay the ult using Melania. Do
Whose
this.
heart is beating so loud?
Do this. Do this and this, I guess?
I hear something.
Talking out calms people down. 3, 2, 1, down.
Phase. Don't resist.
Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
There we go. And now we should. Oh, I don't have enough virgin juice. Well, that's fine, I guess. Man, it really sucks. I don't really know
The show's on.
what to do. Do this. And we'll do this.
Time waits for no one, even for a great feat.
Breathe.
Okay, and maybe I can finish it off here. What is this? Incantation Might? Okay. Maybe we'll do this.
The moment of utterance.
This.
The moment of silence.
We should
This.
listen to what people say.
And
And
this.
Until the torch is lit. Benefit from reading.
secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
Maybe. So close. So close. Burn? Did the burn take it out? Yeah! I think that might have been around. Nope, it's the same.
Profile. I don't want to be shunted to some radical department.
Well, fast, but not faster. Am I close enough yet? How much do I need? How much do I get for each clear? 300. I would need to do 2 more clears. Do I have enough for 2 more clears? It's hard to pull a 4-turn clear. I barely pulled off a 4-turn clear. Yeah. Tricky. Don't know. I feel like this is the, I mean, should I take Tooth Fairy out and put something in that will, like, I mean, she's nice because she has her passive that she does with Baby Tooth. Maybe I want to keep her because of that. Yeah. Or I could do Jessica, and then poison gets afflicted passively on everybody. I'd say just spend your dailies on auto replay for fastest farming. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'll do most of the time. But I figure it's more interesting to watch me actually play it through. Right now I'm curious if I can do a 4-round clear. I wonder. I think this is the part where they make it really difficult so that you want to pull Spathodea. Although I'm not seeing Spathodea here. There's Spathodea all the way down there. Well, let's do 2 clears really quick.
My duty lies with you.
Because I want to at least unlock that event side tube.
Conventional choice.
And then I'll call it for the day.
We walk in long nights. Learn from silence.
A nice
6's man voice sped up so it sounds like Kermit is very funny. I feel like my draws were a little unlucky at during this run. Maybe with some more RNG, I might get some lucky pulls, and then I'll be able to get a 4-turn clear.
Come back to me.
We walk in long nights.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know if I will be playing Reverse 1999 or Genshin Impact this coming Wednesday.
I don't want to be shunted to some radical
We
department.
will have new content in Genshin Impact, but I'm not quite sure. It's a bit in the air. Is it worth it to play Genshin Impact and get less viewers, but also it's kind of fun. I don't want to, like, completely overplay Reverse 1999. Here we go! She's here! When the carrier has 2 or more positive status buffs, damage dealt plus 8% when attacking. When the carrier uses a buff incantation, gain attack plus 2%, stacks up to 2 times. Incantation might plus 12%. And then that goes up as you level it. Neat! That's pretty cool. Groove, groove, groove. Yeah. I guess there's these chapters of Reunion of Fires that I could also go through next stream. But, yeah. I'll figure it out once I get to it. Yeah. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Appreciate everybody who showed up for the live stream. I had some fun. It's really interesting getting into the lore side of this. I appreciate you, Tales for sharing what knowledge you have. Shout out to everyone who's doing their best to categorize and catalog, I guess, all of the lore in this game. Interesting stuff. But, yeah. I'm gonna get ready for cooking dinner, I think. That's what I'm gonna do right now. You can follow me on Twitch or X, on YouTube, and on Twitch. All of those places, I'm ShinyBotTV. I'm hoping to stream next time on Wednesday. I hope you take care of yourselves out there. Make sure you are eating food and staying hydrated. And make sure your needs are being communicated to people and make sure your needs are being met. Because you're worth it, I promise. And, yeah. Have a good one out there. Let me just see if there's anybody I can raid, just in case. Well, I'm sure he doesn't need the raid, but, like, if you're here because you like Reverse 1999, then I'm sure you'll enjoy Jackazin. So why don't we raid Jackazin if he allows raids? Hang on. I need to reach my button that does the raid. I hit it. It's got squished. Let me see here. There we go. Alright. We'll see you next time. Appreciate everyone for coming by. Bye-bye!